Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jana from Sunspaces. Today I was thinking that I would just take you around my entire collection and show you guys what's going on and what new leaves I have and what's kind of been updated lately, show you guys how things are doing. Mostly I just wanted to show you guys what's going on and get you all up to date because there's even some plants that I've never shown you guys before, so I thought it'd be an easy way to kind of introduce some plants that you haven't seen without a full collection tour, because that might take a long time. Even though it's been a few years since I've done one, I could probably do an update soon, but since it's spring, sort of, it kind of doesn't feel like it because it's still cold. I've noticed the plants have started to come back to life a little bit because one, I started fertilizing them again, and because of the longer days and everything. So yeah, if that sounds fun, and if you guys like watching plant videos, specifically aroids, Hoyas, philodendron, anthurium, then consider subscribing to my channel and like this video. And so yeah, just keep watching. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna like set the camera up and just show you areas at a time or what, but okay, yeah, I'm gonna just take the camera, I guess. I'm actually really thirsty. I should probably drink more. I've already had my matcha for the day. It helped only slightly with my energy levels. I'm feeling so extremely tired today. Like, I didn't get out of bed until noon. Actually, I woke up at 6:30, got up and made breakfast, went back to bed. And yeah, it is now 1:30 and I'm getting the day started. I got my matcha in. I got my artificial energy pumping, and I think we can do this. I actually really want to do plant chores today, so filming is like a hack for me, like a little motivation boost. So yeah, very excited to show you guys my plant. So starting over here, I've got a few exciting things going on. Mostly my anthurium not crystallinum, I always want to call it that. My anthurium, it's actually over here. My anthurium clarinervum is blooming, so that's pretty cool. I thought about trying to, actually, I have a flower in my freezer that I froze. Let me see if I have it. Actually, it's not really ready yet. I've never successfully, what do you call it, pollinated one of my anthuriums before. So I don't know. I have to do some research on that, but I have a flower in my freezer. I think it might be magnificum, which would be kind of cool to try and, why can't I think of the word? Is it pollinate? Fertilize? I don't know. It might be cool to attempt that with this. So I might do that when it gets to the right stage. I think it's still, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is still in the female or male stage. I don't know. But when it gets more sappy, that's when you would rub the pollen onto it. But other than that, the plant itself is doing really well. It has a new leaf coming back there. If you can see that little thing poking out. It's just been doing great. Like, isn't this so beautiful? Anyways, my Thai constellation, I moved it to a higher spot on this plant stand because I just felt like it needed to be away from my cats a little bit more. But it's been growing very, very, very slowly. So I'm excited for that next leaf, whenever that may be. And this is my Monstera, what do you call it? Monstera esqueleto, which needs a extension on the pole. But it's kind of sizing up, so pretty sure if I keep going, it'll size up even more. My long-term goals with this plant, I'm not sure. I don't know if it needs a moss bowl. I think I want to propagate it and have like 3 or 4 plants growing in the same pot rather than just this one. So that might be the goal soon, is to like propagate and kind of fill this plant out a bit more, because it's a little sparse just being the one, and it kind of looks like it needs to be watered. And then here's where my Splendid lives. It's also in need of a pole extension. Okay, like I was saying, this needs a pole extension too. The leaf is like shooting off the top, and it's time, if you can see. It's reached the top, and that node right there is just like looking for something. So that needs to be done. I'm a little bit nervous to propagate this, but I think it's due. It's so much bigger than it looks on camera. This is actually one of my favorite little plant areas. My husband actually hates this corner, but these are all my Ripsalis type plants. That's just the Bassifera, my Paradoxa. I'm not sure what that one is. That's a rat tail cactus. And then I have the name of this, but I don't, if you can see, I can't see from where I'm at, so this one might be my favorite. I love how wispy it is. And then this is just an asparagus fern that I keep here because I just think it looks nice. Kind of just towering over everything. And my favorite thing about this area is the shadows that it makes on the wall. This is a newer anthurium in my collection. It's the Crystal Magnificum hybrid. I was surprised at how big this leaf came out because I got it like smaller than this, and it sized up really quickly. Moving on, this was featured in my favorite plants of 2024, my my Florida Ghost. And this is where it lives, just on this shelf. Over here, my trailing plants, they're doing okay. I've been especially excited about my fern leaf cactus right here. It's starting to push out some new growth. And it grows kind of slow, but I feel like that's fine because this plant I could see getting huge really fast. And sorry for the backlighting. It's not the best like view, but yeah, this has been one of my favorites recently. I put this Peperomia incana by the window here. I just think it looks really cute. So yeah, this is kind of just an overview of the trailing plants here. Okay, what's going on in the Millsbow? You can always see my reflection in the back. But we've got I've had this plant for a really long time. This is my Dischidia ovata. Feels a little light, so I might need to water that. I'm trying to not get this plant tangled into it. This is my Hoya carrii with a C. I've been talking about that plant a lot lately because it's just been kind of one of my favorites. I combined a lot of my serpents cuttings together because my main plant got root rot, and I just wanted to make sure that I had a backup. And I have this one also, which kind of was a little bit splashier than that, so we'll see how that one grows. It's been kind of slowing down on the splash on the newer leaves. If you didn't hear in my previous video, I took a cutting of a kind of splashy part of my serpents and grew it and tried to see if I would get more splash, and I kind of did, especially that leaf right here. I kind of tried to rescue this, and we'll see if that ends up coming back. My New Guinea ghost just put out a nice big leaf. Been really liking that one lately. I do just wish it would grow faster. And then down here, nothing really to report. I need to clean. That's the main takeaway from that. It's a variegated string of hearts. It's pretty root bound in there. Let me show you. Not root bound, but the roots look nice. My little succulent that I grew from a single little nub. This has been really rewarding. I kind of want to repot it and make it more trailing, but there's a little second one growing there too. Okay, you guys, I learned how to pronounce this finally, but I forgot. So I apologize. This is Lita Boss. Lita Boss? I don't know. But if you don't know the story, apparently the guy who, I don't know any of the terminology, but the guy who either like created this or discovered it or what, he named the inner and outer versions of the Hoya Vela after his daughters, Annika and Lita. But his name was Louis or Louis. And so I don't know how, but that took off instead of Lita Bois, oh my gosh, instead of Lita Boss. But I love this plant so much. Isn't it just so pretty? Oh, and my Annika Boss has a whole bunch of peduncles on it. Like, I counted at least 10 the other day. There's another one right there. And just kind of all over the place. I've been really loving that one. My jade succulent that I grew, also from a single leaf. This has become one of my favorites. I got the leaf from the jade plant that's growing outside of my apartment. I attempted to rescue this this plant. I got rid of like multiple times and then ended up taking it out of the trash and trying to rescue it. If you can see, the leaves are looking a little like dehydrated and it's not really perking up, and I don't know why, because the roots look fine. So I don't know, we'll just wait and see. And then these little air plants are super cute. They grow really fast. Every time I water them, they just put out more leaves, like right away. Same with this one here. Kind of reminds me to water them. I need to water them pretty soon. I got a few cute new pots from Hobby Lobby. This one is really cute. I hate the texture of it though. So I'm not going to be touching that any longer. And then this is kind of like a wall hanger. I still haven't found a place for these yet, but maybe we will do that soon. And then this one, thought it would be really cute with like a little trailing plant or something. Oh, this is kind of exciting. That is behind the Ring of Fire. That is an anthurium that I grew from seed, and it's been taking years for it to put out a leaf that kind of looks like that. This is Anthurium bakeri or bakeri. Yeah, I got like 20 seeds, and I don't know why it's been taking so long. Actually, I know it's because I neglected it, but I just took this last one and I tried to just grow it. I think there's another one in there actually, now that I'm looking at it. Happy to see that new leaf. I have to pot up those gigas cuttings back there. Philodendron gigas. Ew, the water looks pretty nasty. But the roots are pretty good. They're probably ready to be potted. And I want to do like an in-depth video more about this terrarium here. I have a whole bunch of philodendron and plants that I like, but I didn't have the space for, so I just kind of threw nodes in here and hoped for the best, and looks like they've all taken pretty well. I think there's philodendron melanochrysum, philodendron serpens, philodendron species Columbia. There's philodendron linhanoniae in there. There's a Syngonia mojito. And the rest I actually don't know. So we'll have to like dig into that and see one day. That is my Monstera albo, which went all white on me. And I had to just, I don't know, I'm hoping that maybe one day it'll put out a non-white leaf, but I kind of doubt it. This plant here, this is, what the heck is it? Ficus shiveriana, also called Ficus moonlight or something. But yeah, this is a plant that I want to keep in my collection until it turns like into a massive tree one day. So stay tuned for that. Right now I don't really have a spot for it, so it stays cramped on this shelf. But the new leaves, I just love that variegation. No new leaves yet on my Hoya Polynera Silver. I'm going to take you guys to the plant room now. First off, I got a new leaf coming finally on my Anthurium veitchii. Nothing really going on over here. I'm really excited to show you guys my variegated money tree. I thought this thing was gonna die, but it put out the biggest leaf ever. So that's great. It had spider mites when I got it, and so I was just being very diligent about spraying it. And I honestly thought I was gonna lose this plant, but nope, it's doing well. Can't say the same for my Pallidiflorum, Anthurium pallidiflorum. It's still curly. I have it just in sphagnum moss now, hoping that it'll reroot. So I really, really hope it does. And then my Anthurium warwickwianum. This plant I need to propagate because you can tell there's like two plants coming off of the chunk in the middle. So I could chop that one on the right because of that long root and just like pot that up right away, but I'll wait until this one shoots out another root before I do that. I repotted my Spiritus Sancti in that last video, and it's been looking a bit perkier, so I'm happy about that. And there's a new leaf on the way. That tiny little thing sticking out. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been really feeling this Philodendron glorious. I don't know if it's because I can't really see it and appreciate it or what, but it's just been growing too slow, and I don't know. I'm kind of getting tired of all the maintenance moss pools have been, and I'm kind of switching my plant interest into plants that don't require moss pools, such as Anthurium and money tree and stuff like that. So I don't know. That's just been the vibes lately, I guess. These plants have actually been looking pretty well. The lighting might be a little blown out, but my Anthurium, my Hoya linearis, I repotted, and it's looking a bit happier as well. Very happy about that. It actually looks like there's some peduncles on there, if you can see. So yeah, I'm really hoping that we can bring that one back to life. I put my serpens into some sphagnum moss to rescue it, and some of the leaves feel good. Some of the leaves probably are long gone, but I think we're headed in the right direction with this one. So that's nice. This one's also been doing well since the repot. This is Philodendron Silver. And then this beautiful little Anthurium, I've been obsessed with it, even though it looks kind of ugly in the back. I see the potential here. That leaf shape is so gorgeous. I think this is philodendron. Oh my god, I can't with the names today. I think this is, oh, here we go. Anthurium warwickwianum crossed with forgetii. I think I've already shown you guys this leaf. My fried egg didn't really love that repot, but I think it'll be fine. Alocasia maharani looks good. I'm about ready to throw in the towel with my strawberry shake. Honestly, I don't know why I still have that. I've had it for years and it's never done anything remarkable. I'm loving my red crystallinum. Just, you know, probably needs a repot as well. Loving that new leaf. Tordum looks like it's appreciating the repot as well. Then quickly, I will show you guys the other Redsta cabinet. A lot of these plants I plan on either selling or something. You know, actually, I think this would look really cute in that pot that I showed you earlier. Not the scalloped one, but the kind of like square one. I recently propagated my Syndapsis Silver Lady and then potted them all together. My Philodendron El Choco Red's putting on a new leaf. I don't want to disturb it, but that looks like it's going to be so nice. And let me just see, it looks like thrips, but it's not. Okay, that's good. And then my Varicosum has been looking so nice. I need to get this on a moss pole soon, but I'm kind of nervous. This random little plant. I got this at Trader Joe's, if I didn't mention before. This is a Alocasia Silver Dragon. I got it for $4 and it needs a repot like everything else. One of my favorites, this is Philodendron Heteroecium Variegated. And these are mostly shop plants down here that are getting established. Only a few of them are on my shop right now because I feel confident that they're rooted enough and everything. Some of them are ready to go, but I'm just not, like, I don't know. I don't have time right now. Maybe there will be a shop update soon, but yeah, I love this. As you know, I just love this plant so much. I have these potted together, both the inner and outer variegated Hoya Bellas. And that's a Matilde, Hoya Matilde. There's some Hoya Rebecca. I haven't decided if I want to keep that or sell it. Some variegated Lacunosa, some Huschkeliana, Kamingiana, some Globulosa, I think that's what it's called. These are Philodendron Splendid and Philodendron Majestic, but I don't know if they're going to end up rooting. Can't believe I'm going to show you guys this, but this is my terrarium of air plants. Mostly my husband's air plants, and it's looking a little messy in here, so I need to clean it out. I forgot about this. Ooh. The light is just too much for these begonias. These are my two favorite begonias, although they're getting bleached by the light. I just don't really know what else to do. Begonia amphioxus and Begonia chlorosticta. And this is a little random pinguicula. And then all these air plants, I don't know the name. Sorry about that. But I totally neglect this area, which is probably why they're not looking so great. As you can see, that is dry to the bone. So just gonna close that. And I think that's pretty much everything that I have to update you guys on. I showed you guys pretty much everything in my collection. If you guys want to see any in-depth videos about anything, just let me know and I'll try to make a video. I totally almost forgot to show you guys my Millsville Wide, and these are some of my favorite plants. And that's my painted lady that I'm kind of starting over with, my Florida Beauty. These are all looking pretty good. I recently put that on the moss pole. It's putting out that new leaf right there. And then my Atabapoense putting out 2 new leaves. I don't have a lot of plants in here anymore because I'm trying to sell this Millsbow. Did I show you guys yet my Jose Buono? One of my favorite plants. It just is so simple to care for. Doesn't really ask for much. But it just grows super nice. Probably needs to be repotted soon. Lastly, I'll just show you guys this little begonia that lives in the dark corner of my bookshelf. I water it and then it just perks back up. You can really tell when it's thirsty. So I keep it here to try to see if it can do well in this corner because I don't have any plants on this bookshelf. And I don't know. It's just a little trial. I do think this begonia is super pretty though. I don't remember what it's called. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that's new and exciting around here. If you guys want to see anything else, any more in-depth videos, just let me know. I'm gonna be hopefully getting around to watering some plants today and just doing various tasks. I need to make more potting soil once again and repot a bunch, as you could probably tell. So yeah, I have a long day ahead of me, but it's springtime, so I have to try to be a little proactive. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my collection. It's been a while since I kind of showed you everything. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Let me know what your favorite plant genus is, or your favorite plant of all time. I think that'd be interesting to know. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!